Cereal commercials are so fascinating to me. All you really have to do is say, "Tell your parents to buy this, it's delicious." But so many of them go above and beyond, creating fully fleshed out characters and storylines. Never thought I would say this, but today, let's talk about the lore of cereal commercials. Now, conceptually, many of them are very similar to one another. There's a really good cereal and somebody's out to steal it. But the different ways that they go about doing this can sometimes be pretty interesting. Now, Trix is kind of the default one in this category. The rabbit wants to steal the Trix cereal from the kids, but fails because silly rabbit, Trix are for kids. The commercials are usually pretty basic, but that's not a bad thing. They absolutely get the job done. Lucky Charms was somewhat similar, but flipped the script. Now the kids were after Lucky's Lucky Charms, and these kids were relentless. They chased this poor man everywhere. What made these ones a little bit more interesting were the marshmallows. Each marshmallow gave Lucky a different power, so every commercial would change things up and have Lucky outsmart the kids and escape using a different marshmallow power. This is pretty great marketing because the marshmallows are the only reason people care about the cereal, so creating lore for each of the individual marshmallow pieces was genius. Whenever a new commercial came out and a new marshmallow power was introduced, of course you'd have to make your parents go out and get a box. And then Honey Nut Cheerios is where it gets even more interesting with its story. Instead of having generic children as the antagonists, for a while we would see a new villain with each new commercial, and he would get a full little animated short with a beginning, middle, and end. Buzz is usually with his friends before some wacky new bad guy comes along and tries to steal the Honey Nut Cheerios. Buzz saves the day and eats the cereal with his friends. Honeyway Train is also the best animated short of all time, and you probably can't convince me otherwise.
I love this honey, and now it's all mine.
Oh, here, have some.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
The Fruity and Cocoa Pebbles were another interesting take on these types of cereal commercials. It's the typical somebody wants to steal the cereal formula, only it's Barney Rubble trying to steal Fred Flintstone's cereal, which immediately just makes it so much better. These were basically just little Flintstone shorts. I always loved seeing these ones, and since they were kind of the only new Flintstones animations we were getting, it was always nice to see a new one come out. Alright, now Apple Jacks is a strange one. The commercials featured two main characters, Cinnamon and Apple. Whenever a bowl of Apple Jacks was poured into a bowl, the two characters would race to see who would get there first. Cinnamon was the hero, Apple was the villain. Cinnamon always won, and the commercial would say,
Apple Jacks don't taste like apples.
Knock, 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 knock.
Because the taste of sweet cinnamon
is the winner, man.
It's very clear, Apple Jacks taste like cinnamon, which is good, and never apples because apples are bad. And it went that way for quite some time. In 2007, there was a story arc where Cinnamon and Apple were racing as they usually do, when the two accidentally fused together.
What?
And the ending of this first commercial was changed a bit.
In every bowl of Kellogg's Apple Jack cereal, the taste of cinnamon
With apples.
Is the winner, man.
Up to this point, Apple had always been seen as the series' antagonist, but in this storyline, the two of them were forced to work together, which was really neat to see. Even after the finale to this arc, where the two use the unsticker to separate themselves again, the two characters stay as these friendly rivals for the rest of the series. It is always nice to see character progression in your Saturday morning cereal commercials. They really just went above and beyond with these. And what makes these more interesting is that it didn't just change the ongoing story of the commercials, but the message of the marketing.
Apple or cinnamon? Who will be?
The commercials used to say, Apple Jacks will never taste like apple, only cinnamon, but now it's saying it can taste like either one. They're advertising that their cereal tastes like the thing that they said was bad. Now I'm sure the reason they did this is because it's probably not a good look to be like, oh, all the healthy foods are the bad guys. But I prefer to just think that they really valued the storyline of the Apple Jacks commercials more than the actual marketing. Not every cereal storyline had this ongoing chase for the cereal story, though. Fruit Loops was about Toucan Sam and his nephews exploring the world, usually searching for Fruit Loops in various places. There would sometimes be some threat trying to take the cereal away from them, but it was definitely more about the adventure than the chase. Some of these are just so weird, though. What was going on with Cinnamon Toast Crunch? The Cinnamon Toast Crunches themselves were the characters, and the cereal was so delicious that the story of each commercial had them all trying to eat each other. The cereal's so tasty it'll make you commit cannibalism, a very bizarre take for sure, but I admire its weirdness. And we cannot talk about weird cereal commercials without talking about Pops. The Sweet Tooth-a-Sore Pops commercials were fantastic. All of the commercials we've talked about so far have had the same purpose, to tell you that the cereal is really delicious. It's all set up to make the cereal seem as tasty as possible, but these don't really do this. You have a weird giant chin monster attacking a city shooting lasers, people screaming. There's another commercial where it's just these Pops reporters talking about the devastation and carnage, and it's hilarious.
These images are shocking.
Much like your mustache, Doug.
But I'm supposed to have hair on my face, Cindy. And that hurts. It really does. It hurts like the pain of the Pops who are eaten in the wake of the Sweet Tooth-a-Sore's complete breakfast station.
The Pops commercials were uncomfortable, bizarre, funny, and told you nothing about the taste or nutritional value. And they were perfect. They dropped all of that for the sake of their artistic vision. I always had great appreciation for these commercials and got plenty of Pops cereal because of them. Is it weird to say that Corn Pops commercials influenced my sense of humor? Probably. Well, we have watched a lot of commercials for cereal today. I can't cover all of them, obviously, we'd be here forever, but those are some of the ones that I have the most fond memories of. And now that we've spent all this time analyzing cereal commercials, I think I'm finally ready to advertise my own cereal commercial.
Hey guys, it is me, Cereal Yak, creator of hit cereal, Cereal Yaks.
Hello Mr. Cereal Yak, give me some of those cereal yaks, I'm hungry now, give me or else.
No, you stupid child, go away. The hit cereal Cereal Yaks belongs to me now. Scram and let me eat my tasty, scrumptious, nutritious bowl of deliciousness in peace.
I said give me the yaks, they are a part of a nutritious breakfast.
You had your chance, now here is my yak attack. Finally, I can eat my tasty, scrumptious, nutritious bowl of deliciousness in peace.
Cereal Yaks is a part of a very nutritious breakfast and you will buy it now or else the yak will attack.
Reese's Puffs, eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Reese's Puffs, eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. I got Reese's Puffs in my bowl. Nowadays on cruise control. I got Reese's Puffs in my bowl. And just like that, I'm on a roll.